Now we're in chapter 7.4 and we're going to be finding the least common denominator of rational expressions. Objective 1 is to find the least common denominator. Here are the steps. Step 1, you're going to factor each denominator completely. Step 2, list the factors of the first denominator. And then step 3, add to the list in step 2 any factors of the second denominator that do not appear in the list. And then step 4, form the product of each factor from the list in step 3. This product is the least common denominator. So let's go in our books to page 523, and we're going to look at the following, starting with number 1. The instructions say find the least common denominator of the rational expressions. And for number 1, we have 7 over 15x squared and 13 over 24x. So let's find the LCD. So let's start by writing the factors of each denominator. So we have two denominators, 15x squared and 24x. Let's write out the factors of 15x squared, starting with 15. 15 is 3 times 5. So the numbers you want to break down all the way to the primes, 3 times 5. And x squared, well, that is x times x. Now let's factor 24x. Well, 24, we can factor this into 6 times 4. And then 6 is 3 times 2, and 4 is 2 times 2. So the prime factors of 24 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and then the factors of x would just be x. Now we're going to start writing our LCD. So the LCD is going to be equal to the factors of the first denominator, so 3 times 5 times x times x. Then you go to the second list and you include any factors not already in the list for the LCD. So 2 isn't there, so let's put it there. And then here's another 2, so we need 2 2's, so go ahead and add another 2. And then add a third 2 because it's in the list for the factors of the second denominator, but it's not part of my LCD yet. 3, well, we already have a 3 in the list, so we're not going to write this 3. And then x, we already have an x on the list, so we're not going to write this x. So the LCD is going to be 3 times 5 times x times x times 2 times 2 times 2. And we can multiply this together, and we end up with 120 x squared. Now let's look at number 5. And we have 4 over x minus 3 and 7 over x plus 1. And let's start finding the LCD by writing the factors of each denominator. So we need the factors of x minus 3 and the factors of x plus 1. Well, x minus 3 is already factored completely, so we're just going to leave it as x minus 3. And the same with x plus 1. It is just x plus 1. So then the LCD is equal to the factors of the first denominator, which is x minus 3. And then we're going to look at the second denominator. And since x plus 1 isn't already part of our LCD, we're going to put it there. So the LCD is now x minus 3 times x plus 1. All right, number 7. We have 5 over 7 times y plus 2 and 10 over y. And again, we're finding the LCD, so we're going to start by writing the factors of each denominator. So we have 7 times y plus 2, and we have y. Now the factors of 7 times y plus 2 is just 7 times y plus 2 is already factored for us. And the factors of y are just y. So now we can start to write our LCD. Is going to be the factors of the first denominator, so 7 times y plus 2. And then we're going to multiply any factors of the second that's not already there. So the second denominator has factors that are just y, and we do not have just a y here. We have a y plus 2, but it has to be a y by itself. So we're going to add it to the list, and the LCD is just going to be 7y times y plus 2. All right, number 9. We have 17 over x plus 4. And 18 over x squared minus 16. So let's factor each denominator. So x plus 4 is already factored. It is just x plus 4. And then x squared minus 16. This is a difference of 2 squares. So this factors into x plus 4 times x minus 4. So then we can start writing the LCD. So the LCD is going to be the factors of the first denominator, which is x plus 4, times any factors of the second denominator not already in the list. Now this x plus 4 is already in the list, so we're not going to write him. However, this x minus 4 is not there, so let's write it. So the LCD is going to be x plus 4 times x minus 4. All right, let's look at number 11. And we have 8 over y squared minus 9 and 14 over y times y plus 3. So let's start by factoring each denominator. So y squared minus 9 and y times y plus 3. Well, y squared minus 9 is a difference of squares, so it factors into y plus 3 times y minus 3. And then y times y plus 3 is already factored, so we're going to leave it as it is. So we can start by writing the LCD. And we're going to take the factors of the first denominator, which is our y plus 3 times the y minus 3. And then we're going to go to the second, and any factor of the second not already in the list, we're going to add it. So this y, it's not there, so let's put it there. And then this y plus 3, it's already there, so we're not going to write it twice. Therefore, the LCD is going to be y plus 3 times y minus 3 times y. Number 14, we have 9 over y squared minus 25 and y over y squared, y divided by y squared minus 10y plus 25. So let's start by factoring our denominators. So our denominators are y squared minus 25 and y squared minus 10y plus 25. So y squared minus 25, this is a difference in squares, so it factors into y minus 5 times y plus 5. And then y squared minus 10y plus 25, this is product and sum. The product is 25, and the sum is negative 10. So then the factors of 25 that add and give us negative 10 are negative 5 and negative 5. So this factors into y minus 5 times y minus 5. So then the LCD is going to be the factors of the first denominator. So our y minus 5 times the y plus 5. And then we're going to add to this list any factors of the second denominator not already in the list. So y minus 5 is already in the list, so we're not going to write him. However, the second y minus 5 is not in the list. You'll need 2 y minus 5s. However, you only have 1, so we're going to multiply another y minus 5. So then the LCD is going to be y minus 5 times y plus 5 times y minus 5. Or you can write it as y minus 5 squared times y plus 5. And then last one, number 15. And we have 3 over x squared minus x minus 20. And x over 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. So let's start by writing the factors of each denominator. So we have x squared minus x minus 20. And we have 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. The factor of the first is going to be product and sum. The product is negative 20, and the sum is negative 1. And they are negative 5 and positive 4. So the first, x squared minus x minus 20, factors into x minus 5 times x plus 4. Now we need to factor 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. This time the product is 2 times negative 4, which makes it negative 8. And the sum is 7. So now you need the factors of negative 8 that will add and give you 7, and they are 8 and negative 1. Now because the leading coefficient is 2 and not a 1, we're going to take our factors and replace the middle term. So we're going to have 2x squared plus 8x minus x minus 4. And then we're going to group the first two terms together. And then group the last two terms together. And we're going to take the GCF out of each group. So for the first, it's going to be 2x. And we're going to be left with x plus 4. And then for the second, it's going to be negative 1 that comes out. And we're going to be left with x plus 4. So this will factor into 2x minus 1 times x plus 4. So now we can finish by finding the LCD. So we have x minus 5 times x plus 4. And then we're going to add to the LCD any factors of the second denominator not already in the list. So this 2x minus 1, we're going to put it into the list. So times 2x minus 1. And then this x plus 4 is already there, so we're not going to write it. So the LCD is going to be x minus 5 times x plus 4 times 2x minus 1. Okay, this will conclude our video for chapter 7.4. Please email me if you have any questions.